Welcome to French Conversations for Beginners. Learn everyday French from Janina, the language teacher, and Joël from France.
Bonjour Joël.
Bonjour Janina.
Ça va?
Ça va très bien et toi?
Oui, ça va. Okay, so in our lesson today, we're going to be talking about a very important topic, dinner conversation, right? Conversation.
Conversation pendant le dîner.
That's right. Or at the table.
À table.
Okay. So before we start, this is some very basic conversation. And of course, we have to pretend we don't know each other in this conversation, but it's a major part of French culture. So many things happen at the table. So basically, in a French
family, that's the time of the day where we all meet, we're all together.
Yeah.
So we can talk and we can
catch up and visit.
Yeah.
And it's usually actually really fun.
We don't have 2 or 3 hours dinners or lunches as some people say.
Who are some people? Is that me? What I used to think?
Yeah.
Well, it's one thing that I really like about it is the fact that you have to. It's considered important.
It is.
A lot of American workplaces, people eat at their desk. They have a sandwich, whereas it's relaxed. You're going to have a starter. Everyone's going to start, or at least a first course, even if that's salad. In our case, we eat that a lot at our house, or some little something that was really good that we picked up at the market that day, or some seafood. And then we have our main, and then we have bread and cheese a lot of times, or dessert. It's really nice. It's relaxing. So incredibly important to know that dinner is going to last for a long time, in your opinion, if you are American. And lunch is going to last a long time as well. Okay. So of course in this one we don't know each other. I believe we are in Paris. Is that correct?
Paris, yeah.
Okay. All right. So on y va.
Vous êtes déjà allé au jeu de paume?
Vous voulez dire le musée impressionniste?
Oui, vous savez, à droite, en entrant dans le jardin des Tuileries.
Oui, je crois que je suis passé devant plusieurs fois.
Vous voulez y aller dimanche? Le dimanche, les musées sont gratuits à Paris.
D'accord, vers 4 heures?
C'est trop tard parce que les musées ferment à 5 heures. Si nous voulons avoir le temps de tout voir, allons-y tôt l'après-midi, vers 1 heure.
Formidable. All right. So let's break it down. You asked me if I have ever been.
Vous êtes déjà allé?
Okay. To the
Jeu de paume.
Okay. And how might you translate that? That's a difficult one to translate. I didn't know how to say that exactly.
The jeu de paume, it's a game, jeu.
Yeah.
And that's kind of ancestor of the tennis.
Okay.
That's le jeu de paume, de salle du jeu de paume, the room of the jeu de paume. It's quite important in France because that's one of the really, really, really starting places of the French Revolution.
Okay.
1980, a bit before 1989.
Okay.
That's where the assembly used to meet.
Okay. But that confused, me, my alter ego in this conversation. I said, did you mean the Impressionist Museum?
Le musée impressionniste?
Did you mean to say? So I said.
Vous voulez dire?
Okay. Did you mean to say the Impressionist Museum?
Vous voulez dire le musée impressionniste?
Okay. And then you said, yeah,
Oui, vous savez.
To the right.
À droite.
Okay. En entrant.
En entrant.
Okay.
Dans le jardin des Tuileries.
Okay. So can you give us that sentence in what that means in English?
Oui, vous savez, à droite en entrant dans le jardin des Tuileries. Yes, you know. On the right, when you enter the jardin des Tuileries, the Tuileries garden.
Okay, so what is Tuileries?
Tuileries, that's the name of the castle near the Louvre.
Yeah.
So that le jardin des Tuileries is just in between the Louvre in the axis of the Champs-Élysées.
Okay.
You know that.
Yeah.
That's just behind the The Eye of Paris, the
Okay.
equivalent. Le Grand Roux, place de la Concorde.
Okay.
That's,
Alright.
Yeah, very, very, very near the Louvre Museum.
Okay. All right. And I said to you, yeah, I think that I have been
Passed by,
devant,
devant, in front.
in front of a few times, right? So I'll say that. Yeah, I think okay, let's break it down. Yes, I think that.
Oui, je crois que.
I passed behind,
In front.
or I'm sorry, in front. Yes,
Je suis passé devant
a few times, or several times.
plusieurs fois.
Okay, several times, plusieurs. Okay, and then you said, do you want to go there
Vous voulez y aller
Sunday?
dimanche.
Do you want to go there Sunday?
Vous voulez y aller dimanche?
Okay. So do you want, vous voulez,
Vous
to
voulez
go there? Do
y aller.
you want to go there?
Vous voulez y aller
Okay. And then you said on Sunday,
le dimanche?
the museums are free in Paris.
Les musées sont gratuits à Paris.
Okay. Okay. And then I said, okay,
D'accord?
around 4 o'clock.
Vers 4 heures?
Okay. But you really would have said something different to me. You would have said around, would you said 4 o'clock to me? I don't think so. You would have said 1600. No, but when you're speaking to people, you don't need to use that 24-hour clock.
No,
You can use...
When you
yeah,
speak,
yeah.
no.
Okay. And then you said, it's too late
C'est trop tard
because
parce que
the museums close at 5.
les musées ferment à 5 heures.
Okay. If we want
Si nous voulons
to have time to see everything,
avoir le temps de tout voir,
okay, we go there early in the afternoon,
allons-y tôt l'après-midi,
about 1 o'clock.
vers 1 heure.
And I said, that sounds great.
Formidable.
Or awesome. Okay, that's another way to say that. Okay. So let's break it down a little bit more. Okay, it's too late.
C'est trop tard.
Okay. All right. So how would you say the museums close at 6 o'clock?
Les musées ferment à 6 heures.
Okay. The museums close at 7 o'clock.
Les musées ferment à 7 heures.
Okay. How would you say the museums open at 9 o'clock?
Les musées ouvrent à 9 heures.
Okay. How would you say they open at... What time do they actually open in Paris? About 9 o'clock, don't they? 10, later. You don't know?
9, 10?
9 or 10-ish? Okay. And on a normal weekday, they close early. They're not open late. They're not open in
6.
the evening. 6. It's just during the day. It's the only time that you can go. So if we want
Si nous voulons
to have
avoir
time to see everything,
le temps de tout voir,
okay. All right. So I like that. The time to see everything.
le temps de tout voir.
Okay. So voir means
Si.
the time,
Le temps,
everything.
tout.
Okay. To have the time to see everything.
Le temps de tout voir.
Or actually, to have the time to see everything.
Avoir le temps de tout
So,
voir.
to have,
Avoir.
okay. Allons-y.
Allons-y.
Allons-y,
Let's go.
Let's go. Okay. Tôt l'après-midi.
Early,
In,
tôt. In the
Yeah.
afternoon.
Okay. Afternoon. How do you say morning?
Matin.
How do you say noon?
Midi.
Afternoon?
Après-midi.
Okay. How would you say late afternoon?
Fin d'après-midi.
Okay. And you say evening?
Soir.
Okay. And so I like this, very useful. Around or about, you would say the word.
Vers.
Okay. So about 1 o'clock.
Vers 1 heure.
How about 2 o'clock?
Vers 2 heures.
3 o'clock. About 3 o'clock?
Vers 3 heures.
About 4 o'clock.
Vers 4 heures.
Etc. Right? About 6 o'clock.
Vers 6 heures.
About 10 o'clock.
Vers 10 heures.
Okay. About midnight.
Vers minuit.
Okay. And awesome. Very good. Is?
Formidable.
All right. Okay. So, what are some other things I've learned so much French sitting at the table in the house. It's really, it's such an important time. What are some things that people talk about? So, for example, we've talked about in our family time, we catch up with everybody, right? And we've got people in and out of there all the time. So sometimes your sister comes.
Yeah.
Sometimes two of your sisters come.
Yeah.
Sometimes all the nieces and nephews come.
Yeah.
Right. So it's constantly the brothers-in-law, people in and out, and it's
big family.
Yeah.
It's open house.
Yeah. But when you go to when we have people over or we go to other people's house, the dinner lasts even longer, almost, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because we talk.
Yeah, and everybody gets caught up on everything that's going on. All right.
And when there's more people, there's a bit more vino, so a bit more wine, so
yeah.
we stay longer.
That's true. That's true. So, but I mean, like if you go to a French person's house for dinner, what would be what would be an appropriate thing to do? Should you bring them something?
Vino.
Well, that's, by the way, that's
Or
Spanish.
dessert.
So.
Or dessert.
How do you say wine in French?
Vin.
Le vin. But he says vino because I speak Spanish as well, and I like my wine. I like my vino, so that's what he calls it. But le vin. So that's the appropriate thing. You bring him a nice bottle of wine.
Or dessert.
Or
a nice
dessert.
cake from the boulangerie.
Oh, okay. Yep. That's pretty easy. Because there's certainly a lot of boulangerie around. Okay. So we're going to go through and break it down and talk about some more, review some of these words and phrases, just after I ask you a few more questions about the dialogue. So what are the different kinds of museums that are in Paris? So we talked about les musées impressionnistes. Are there any different names that you know of? Not just titles. So, for example,
tons of museums.
Well, of course, there's tons of museums, but I mean,
Le Musée du Vin.
Okay, the Museum of Wine.
Le Musée du Vin, which is the Museum of Wine, which is in a small street in the 16th or 8th arrondissement.
Okay.
And the name of the street is the Water Street.
Say it in French, please.
La Rue des Eaux.
Yeah.
Where is the Musée du Vin. So that's funny.
Okay, so there's a wine museum, and there we talked about les musées impressionnistes. What other sorts of museums? What other sort of art museums? I know people
the
love
big ones, Quai d'Orsay, Musée d'Orsay, Musée Beaubourg, le Centre Pompidou Beaubourg,
Mm-hmm.
le Musée du Louvre, bien sûr.
Yeah. Okay. Any other art
Big
terms
ones.
that you can teach us? So, impressionist.
Impressionniste.
Okay. This might be a conversation to have with your mom and your sister who really knows this stuff. They're both very, very talented artists.
Yeah, they're artists. I'm not.
Okay. All right, so how about painting? How do you say painting?
Peindre, peinture.
Okay. And sculpture?
Sculpture. Ah, le musée Rodin.
Yeah.
Rodin Museum in the 7th arrondissement.
Okay.
It's amazing.
Okay.
Just behind the École Militaire, the military school. Near Les Invalides.
All right. And so sculpture, paintings, photography.
Photographie.
Okay. Okay. I can't think of any other ones right now. I certainly enjoy looking at art, but couldn't tell you all the different types of art we could talk about at this time. All right. So let's break it down and talk about a little bit about the vocabulary. So, museum.
Musée.
Okay. To enter.
Entrée.
Or how about the entrance? Like in the
L'entrée.
entrance. Okay. Garden.
Le jardin.
I think that.
Je pense que. Je
In
crois
front
que.
of.
Devant.
And several.
Plusieurs.
Free.
Gratuit.
Around or about.
Vers.
To have the time.
Avoir le temps.
All.
Tout.
Early.
Tôt.
And because.
Parce que.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Joel.
De rien, Nina.
And we'll be back next week.
À bientôt.
All right. À bientôt. À la prochaine.
For more resources on learning and teaching languages, to get on our mailing list, or to get the workbook for this course, be sure to visit reallifelanguage.com/reallifelanguageblog. If you enjoyed this episode, please be sure to subscribe and leave a rating.